Um, I have no desire to be well adjusted to this society. This is something that I think about all the time. It's something that I heard from Jay Krishnamurti. A lot of people have been talking about this, or like I see it more and more as time goes on. It's becoming more popular. I saw this when I was like 14, 15, 16 in high school. Um, like, Jiddu Krishnamurti's old quote, it's no measure of health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society, And I agreed with that early on in my life. It really did seem like things were sick. A lot of things made me sick. It made me resentful. It made me like pissed off. Just the way society is running, the direction that it's going, the way people act because of the things that exist in the world built by our society or built by technology and so on. I just don't have any desire to be a part of it. Like, that's not to say that I don't have to do things to be a part of it and to survive and live, but it's like I never really find myself with desire, right, to be a part of it. If anything, I always feel like I don't even, it always occurs to my mind that if you can't opt out of society in a way where, the government isn't like knocking on your door saying, hey, you got to pay your taxes or you got to do this and that, like, or we'll, put you in jail or will fine you until your situation in life is so unlivable that your life is practically destroyed. So like they don't want you to be an example of someone who's opting out of society. Because if a lot of people did that or were able to do that, then their power and their leverage over everybody would cease to exist. Um, I just feel like if you're in a so-called free society and you can't opt out of it without paying a huge penalty, then it's not really a free society. It's a society that has the illusion of freedom. Um, do I enjoy things about society? Sure. Do I enjoy the company of others? Sure. Do I have a good day when I see friendly people around me? Yeah. But it's like I don't have a desire to get all of the material possessions that want. I don't even want my own place. I don't really want my own place. I'd rather like live with friends, right? Or I'd rather um, I don't know, like find a spouse, and have a place with them. I really can't bring myself to like feel like I want to acquire any kind of possession, like a home or like a career, um, like all of these things that I see in society that the average person would say like, oh, this is, you need this for stability in your life. Like this will help you have stability. Like I'm living in my car. So it's like people who have all of that stuff would say I'm living in an unstable life. And I kind of agree with that. But it's also like I don't want that stability that they present to everyone in society because it doesn't seem like it really is stability. It's like that illusion of freedom. It's an illusion of stability. It's like all of these. To me, it's like when I drive through suburbia, it's like it's just prison cells. It's different prison cells. Each person has their own cell. It's a catacomb. It's a tomb, and each person has their own tomb, and they're filling their tomb, and then they die, and then all their stuff is dispersed, or wherever. It's like I just all of these thoughts make me not desire to be well integrated with the way in which our society runs. It just doesn't. I don't have a desire for it. If anything, I have an adverse reaction. I just don't. I'm like I don't want to be a part of that at all. And it makes my life more difficult. But also, I feel like living this way, I can be a little more free. I can feel a sense of freedom that I feel like is being diminished, or like there are people in the world that are seeking to completely obliterate, all sense of genuine freedom. I was talking to my friend Wimley about this the other day. Like, the way I want to live my life at this point is to find every last nook and cranny of genuine freedom that can potentially exist or express itself in my life, and be a part of that, than be a part of like some. I go to my apartment every day, and I go to the same job every day, and I just like do that. Like that to me is like the powers that be, the capital or lowercase b. Like they want people to be in that mindset and just that grind and just keep doing that. And it's like just the fact that people are organizing to put people in that place, to me, is like, it means lack of freedom. It means that like you're living in the design of some other person, and you work and pay to live in someone else's dream that they made up for you. And I want to avoid that at all costs. It's like anywhere I could go that would allow me to like experience interacting with the world in a more natural way, that isn't like overshadowed by some either clandestine plan, some clandestine organization, some clandestine institution. I want to find that, and I want to be a part of that, because in my opinion, that all of that kind of freedom is just going away. It's like something that George Carlin said. It's like they're just gonna take it all. They have all the good land, they have everything, and they're just like they're creeping along, the timeline. They're creeping along time, and they're just taking little by little. While everyone's looking in whatever direction that they want them to look, they're just like little by little taking all of our potential for actual genuine freedom, where no one is influencing the interaction between you and the natural world. I'm just looking for that. I want to be a part of that. And I might not even be a part of that living the way I am now, but I feel like I'm further removed from an even more sophisticated or a more I lost the word. Like a more mechanical, a more sophisticated, a more what is it, like oh my goodness, a more it's like something that is intricate, like a more intricate design. Like I don't want to feel like there's an intricate design. I just completely at loss for the word that I'm trying to get out. I think that gets my point across. But yeah, I just don't have a desire to really integrate with society. Me living in my car, me delivering food to people, me getting to travel around a little bit here and there is much more enriching, much more, it's like I get to like see more of the world, the natural world. That's what I want. I want to see more of the natural world through my own eyes, through my own travel, and so on. And it's like if I just have my own apartment, it's like everyone, I'm living paycheck to paycheck. I'm practically broke. I gotta go make money right now, or I'm screwed. And it's like everyone is in that position. So it's like, why, if society is designed in such a way where I can like get a leg up, being in my own place or my own apartment or anything like that, it's like why would I choose that? I feel like it's much more like I'm able to get more out of life living paycheck to paycheck, driving in my car and living in my car. I don't know, but yeah, I'll probably make another video about this with a more articulate, more well-spoken, but I just wanted to make this today. All these videos that come out today, I like just recorded it on my little dictaphone, and I'm belting them out one by one. But I have no desire I mean, if society is sick, I don't want to be a part of it, you know. And it seems I agreed from a young age that it is sick. School to me was a prison. It was a camp. It was like something where they just go and indoctrinate you, and they make like you from a young age you pledge allegiance to the United States of America, and you have like as a young kid you have no idea what that actually means, and then you grow up and then you realize the country that you've been pledging allegiance to doesn't really actually care about you at all unless you're like begging them for a handout. You know what I mean? No one from the government is coming to help me. You know what I mean? But I pledged my allegiance to them my whole youth. My youth was, I mean, in my eyes, it's like my youth was stolen from me. You know what I mean? All the time I could have spent playing with friends, learning with my friends, learning with my neighbors, learning with my parents, everyone was being worked to the bone, so they couldn't even be around us, and we had to go to public school. And if we didn't, our families would be fined, or their kids would be taken away, or anything like that. That's not freedom. That's not freedom. Does it encourage like a better potential for like a more educated life, for people to get into less accidents, for people to like not die as often, for people to not get into accidents, or to be more educated about their natural world so they have a higher chance of survivability, and so on. It's like, yeah, education is good, but it's like it seems to me that the expense of our potential for that education had much more value, or we would have had much more natural value that was for us than going to school and being given value that people who didn't know about our life, our family, really, and they told us this is what we're supposed to know and this will help you. But I don't know, it just seems to me like it doesn't. It actually is not that good. It's like only for people who like are in a state of like total compliance all of the time. Like that's what it's good for, and that's what they want, and that's what they are trying to foster when people go through public education. It's all about who's the most compliant, who's paying attention to the agenda, who's paying attention to the curriculum. Like everyone who is most able to comply or memorize or recite or repeat or imitate, and so on. It doesn't help anybody who isn't willing to comply with it. So it's not something that is like actually meant to help people. It is meant to gather people and make sure that those people who are gathered are complicit with that status quo narrative that they are driving, rather than for the interest of the individual who is knowingly or unknowingly being drafted or vetted into that world. There's so many reasons why I think this world is sick. I can't fit them all into this video. And it's like something that I think about often in different ways. It's like looking at some kind of shape with like so many different sides. And it's like some days I don't see the shape at all, and then other days I'm looking at the shape from different angles, and I can see the different qualities of it, of why the society is sick and stuff like that. Like that, I'm just trying to give like a representation of like how I perceive these things. And I think that isn't such a bad way to put the way I look at these things across. I think that's it for this one. Thank you.